Hey, this is TJ Old School Terminator Atwell from Dark Future Games. I'm here at Evo, or Evolution Games. I'm here with Chris. That's Neil, Sam Squanch Monster, one of our writers. Ryan, and Larry Farseer Rerolls Ramirez. How you doing, Larry?
I'm doing frigging fantastic.
Larry makes all of this possible by being an outstanding store employee. All right, we are here today to talk about Mr. Dandy's Battle Wolves. Battle Wolves. They happen to make great Thunderwolf Cavalry. All right, first things first. Camera macro. First things first, we're going to take a look at the Baying Wolf, or Wolf B. So that nobody's confused, this is the order that they appear in on the website. So the Baying Wolf, what's everybody think about this one here?
That it's better than Canis Wolfborn.
that's for sure. I think it's not quite aggressive enough for me. I would probably do the separate wolves and take that one out, but it is good pose if you're definitely going for the more like majestic, heroic, like
Centerpiece.
A centerpiece,
like the Howling at the
for
Moon
sure.
type thing.
Yeah.
All right.
On an action base or something.
Just to keep this moving, he's got a scar on his eye right there, which I like. Personally, since I bought these things, I really like them, so they're going to go in my 13th Company Space Wolves army. One thing to note on all Mr. Dandy's models is they come with these rider legs, which are awfully Space Marine-y, and I'm a big fan of those because I don't want to have to convert my own legs. What do you guys think about those?
Yeah.
I think they look far more like old school armor look. So like especially for your 13th Company, that's going to look really nice.
I like it. It looks like they have extra armor plates on them.
Yeah, I'd have to see
some
I'd have to see
special
a
cavalry
torso.
thing.
As to promote the T5 that they somehow have.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
This is the second wolf. Honestly, guys, out of this pack, this is my least favorite. Farseer Rerolls. What'd you call it? A sled dog?
I do not like the sled dog.
Yeah, he's got this weird kind of padded helmet. Kind of reminds me of the 80s for some reason. I'm not sure what about the 80s reminds me of this wolf.
Sweatbands.
Yeah, he does. He kind of has a wolf sweatband. Now, this is Wolf S. It's called the Sentry Wolf. It's got a cybernetic kind of whip tail. At first, on the website, I thought this was the silliest looking one of them all. But I actually like it now that I see it in person. And if I dirty it up with some metallics and some wash, I think it'll look really good. What do you guys think?
It definitely follows the theme of the Canis Wolfborn frolic through the forest with the wolves look. Cause
I just imagine like old timey football. That helmet.
All right, we've bashed on Wolf S a little bit much now. Let's go on to Wolf R, or the Rearing Wolf, the third wolf on the website. As you can see, most of these wolves, if you're looking at their jaws here and you think it looks funny, they actually come with a tiny jaw piece so you can put it on there yourself. One thing I like about this wolf is the motion in the fur. It actually looks like it's leaping. Once again, it's got a helmet on, but I don't think it's as silly of a helmet. What gets me on this model is this shield here on the legs. And here's the other leg. It's got it. What do you guys think about the shields on the legs? Here, you want?
I think with some bits right out of the wolf box, I don't think it's going to be any big deal.
See, that's my take on it.
Yeah, if you had a proper insignia. Yeah.
And it is a Viking style shield, which is what the Space Wolves are.
What do you think,
Kind of
Farseer
based
Rerolls?
I don't like the way it's just tacked on there onto his shoulder. I think it should have been like another molded body part type of shoulder plate, not the whole. No, I strapped this to his arm. How do you strap that thing to his arm without it coming off?
Well, I mean, he's got a little strap in there.
Froze.
A little strap. It's, zero temperature.
He's cybernetic.
I'm-
he has cybernetic fur
I'm Fluff Ranger.
with
Don't worry about it.
anti-grav
Well,
properties.
I'm afraid I'm on the side of Sam Squanch Monster over here, Neil, because I think the fact is that they don't want to violate Games Workshop IP rules, so they're going to give you something that you can work off of. So don't be afraid to bust out the bits there, Farseer, and make it look your own.
Space Wolf symbol off a drop pod, it looked great. I just don't like the whole shield thing on him.
All right, fair enough. On to Wolf T, or the Tracking Wolf, the fourth wolf as it appears on the website. One of the great things I like about this model, as you can see, this one has the most flash on it, and it's really not that bad. Neil, you recently unpackaged a Forge World Dreadnought, so I'm assuming you know the pain.
Yeah, that was painful. The Forge World Space Wolves Dreadnought, I actually got a really poor mold on one of the legs, and I had to green stuff build like an entire leg of a Dreadnought, which was like more time out of my life than I ever want to spend doing again. So
That's not already using for the game.
So the fact that you got 5 wolves of like excellent quality and casting out of resin, that is awesome.
Yeah, that's one of the things I like the most. If you look down the wolves, not a whole lot of flash on them all. But let's take a look at this wolf. This is in competition, I think, with the first wolf, the Bang Wolf. And it's got these armor plates. It's got a cybernetic eye. It's got a lot going on for it. The motion of the fur goes right with the turning motion of the body. What do you guys think about it?
I really like the pose, especially.
Yeah, I think that's my favorite pose out of all five.
I think that
I like the cybernetic bits there on the leg too.
once you get all this put together, it'll look great.
For me, it just looks. I just can imagine that ripping through some Chaos Terminators or something.
Gives rending.
Yeah.
What'd you say earlier when we unpackaged these farce here? Did you say probably an Iron Wolf?
Wolf mount for an Iron Priest. Definitely my favorite.
Yeah.
Lot of action, lot of life, lots of cybernetic bits. Could only be better by putting a Space Marine with a friggin' Thunderhammer on that thing.
Awesome. And let's go for the last wolf, the Lunging Wolf. All right, the Lunging Wolf. The first thing I'm going to note is when you put its arms on it, they kind of just stick out like that, and then it sits on this peg. With the arms kind of sticking out, it reminds me a little bit of Frankenstein's monster, like, oh. But truthfully, I think with some imaginative posing, maybe even putting it like that on the base.
Some sort of like rock cliff deal, like lunging off of it.
I'm actually a pretty big fan of it because it's got the sweet armor. Once again, it's got the spiky armor on it. It's a sweet sculpt. They're all really good sculpts. It's just going to take a little bit of imagination for the modeler, not to prop it up and make it look like it's, slowly coming to get you.
One thing that I noticed about this one is the plating on the jaw here looks really orky to me. I don't know how I feel about that.
See, to me, it does look kind of orky, and it probably does to you guys too. I'm sure, Neil, you're screaming, heresy!
Yeah, it's not... but it still fits. I think that's just a painting thing. If you paint that, as long as you don't like make it look rusty, it'll be fine because, well, we all know orc things are rusty. So,
see, for me with the 13th Company, it fits pretty well because who knows, Demon Prince might have ripped its jaw off before Wolflord destroyed it with his Strength 10 Thunderhammer, or who knows. But what do you guys think about the kits overall?
Definitely the best wolf battle wolf representatory of Thunderwolf Cav that I've seen out of all the sites so far.
Yeah, I agree.
As I said earlier, I still think they look a little large, but as Ryan pointed out, they do look a lot like the same size as Blood Crushers, so that's probably a fair comparison.
Yeah, price-wise, I mean, $90 for the whole set from Mr. Dandy got me a whole bunch of resin, a whole lot of resin. And if you looked at how much resin you get on a Dreadnought or something from Forge World for $70,
easy.
or how much you get for a Juggernaut for $30.
How much is actually flash too?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then, like I said, Juggernauts are $30 a piece, and you're getting something that you've got to make up. You've either got to green stuff or you've either got to make up a reason why they're riding Juggernauts, or something like that. Just to give a size comparison before we run out of time here for our lovely YouTube. This is about the size of a Thunderwolf. Let me switch back to macro. This is about the size of a Thunderwolf next to an Assault Marine. As you can see, it's a pretty good size comparison. It could definitely, tear this guy in half, which is pretty realistic of what it does in the game. But that's all the time that we have today before YouTube would time us out. So goodbye from Farseer Rerolls, Chris, Neil, the Sam Squanch Monster, Ryan, and Old School Terminator here at Evolution Games and Dark Future Games. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.